Hey guys, welcome back. Drip Coach here with Drip and Farm for Poverty, where we don't trust, we verify, and operate with integrity and transparency. Today I'm going to be playing a clip from Raoul Pal's Journeyman podcast. He just released about 2 days ago now, where he is talking about the once in a lifetime opportunity to not fuck this up. You've heard me mention that multiple times. That's a coin phrase from him, that you only have 6 years left to capitalize on this historic shift. So stay tuned. All right. If you've been following me or if you're familiar with Raoul, you already know the basis of his thesis. It comes from the Everything Code. And he's basically saying 2030 is the year when all this comes together. That's also interesting. That ties into whatever this big sustainable development goals and earn nothing, own nothing, and be happy 2030 agenda of the World Economic Forum. They're not related by Raoul Pal standards. He's looking specifically at demographic data and basically network adoption for crypto, and he'll go into that in this video. But there are a lot of other things that line up with that date as well. So let's play the clip and then start dissecting what he's talking.
Small caps, large caps, REITs, treasuries, nothing. They all are destroying your future wealth. So really, this is the powerful thing. The crypto supermassive black hole that outperforms everything. The NASDAQ actually is down 97.5% versus Bitcoin since 2012. No, sorry, 99.97% versus Bitcoin. So that's how powerful an asset crypto is. This supermassive black hole sucks in everything around it. And it happens because this is all about a technology that is growing. So this is a chart of the number of users of crypto by using wallet addresses versus internet users from 1992, when the internet was at 5 million and we started wallets from 5 million. Now, internet users is IP addresses. We've all got many IP addresses. Crypto wallets, well, they're wallets. They're not necessarily daily active users, and we've all got several wallets. So it's comparing a similar like for like. But currently, crypto has been growing at twice the speed of the internet. Now, on this chart, we assume the internet actually slowed down in year 8, 9, and 10. So we've assumed the same rate of growth as the internet, not a doubling of growth. If it was a doubling of growth, it's probably growing at 80% a year, which I think is more likely. But we slowed it down, and we get to 1.1 billion wallets, or users, in inverted commas, by the end of 2025. 1.1 billion. Okay, that's huge. But it's not as huge as if we extrapolate out to 2030, that fabled date where I think we've got 6 years to unfuck our future and invest before things change. At that point, crypto starts to become quite saturated in terms of its growth, because suddenly you're at 4 billion users and we can only double in growth to 8 billion users. Yes, on-chain activity will grow and that will drive more metrics and still drive prices, but generally the bulk of the returns happens between now and 2030, which is why.
So that's his thesis on this, and it's Metcalfe's law and network adoption. And I think he also referenced another adoption model in his documentation. It's more robust, but basically, the more people that use a network, the more robust and more valuable it becomes. And so he's tying this to literally something we can all relate to: the adoption of the internet. Now, some of you maybe weren't even around from pre-internet days, but this technological innovation was and is the biggest thing that we've created. I think the way Jordan Peterson is the printing press, how you need to scale it in the world. So this is something that literally crypto is being built on top of, so you cannot stop it due to the network effects. And even with government overreach and regulation, you cannot remove the internet. So you have entrepreneurs like Elon Musk that are even looking at providing unfiltered, uncensored access to the internet. Starlink, right? So no matter what, the internet's going to be there. And if the internet's there, no matter what country you live in, even in China, there's ways to get around some of the stuff that's blacklisted by IP service providers. So we know that you can't unwind the internet, you can't go back. Governments and everything run on that. That means crypto will continue to run on that. And digitizing money is the next thing, money and assets. Michael Saylor said. So with all that being said, moving into 2030 is when the entire, or at least half of the global population has adopted this, and you get over that curve, that S curve adoption, where normies and mainstream utilize it. So there's no more rapid growth. It becomes kind of slow accumulating. I don't know if it'll ever reach, 100%. I think there's still places in the world where there is no internet capabilities, of course. So that will be a problem, but the bulk, sure, have access. Again, it's just something that cannot be stopped. So you want to decide up.
Why I'm so anxious for everybody to make sure that they unfuck their futures doing this. It's a huge thing. And that's what's driving this beautiful log trend Bitcoin. Over time, number go up because people use blockchain technology because the world is more digital than today. And we've barely started the rise. We usually get to 2 standard deviations overboard. Will we get that far or not? I don't know. If it's 2 standard deviations, we're talking $500,000. That sounds a bit too racy to me. Maybe it gets to 1 standard deviation because each cycle is a little more muted than the past. Either way, expect prices to rise.
Thousands of people are now easily revived
from 150 to 450,000 over the course of this cycle, depending how it pans out. Again, no guarantees here, but just to give you an order of magnitude, filming this today, we're at 75,000. Okay, got it. And then finally, the banana zone, just so you can visualize what this means to you and your returns and how the banana zone, how you unfuck yourself with the banana, as those NFTs say that Real Vision's produced, is this. Things go vertical. This is the time not to lose your minds. This is the time not to FOMO in all the stupid shit your friends are making money in. This is the time to just do nothing. You should have already made your allocation. Maybe a bit of Bitcoin, a bit of Solana.
And yeah, I want to actually pause it there because I have echoed this multiple times on my channel now because I learned from the previous cycle. As you said, don't FOMO into the stupid shit that some of your friends are getting into. And that's because, again, all of those are essentially Ponzi's. Well, you can really see that now. And there is an opportunity to make some money if you're lucky. And of course, some people will be lucky. But again, that lucky few causes, in order for them to see that benefit, there's like a 10 to 100x of people that have to get wrecked. You just don't hear about all of them because they don't have a channel. They don't get out there and make videos and content. So you got to think about, for every one influencer, they're covering hundreds to thousands of people, and they're showing their journey. And then if you're in their Telegram or reading their comments, only the people that are winning on that side will be engaging, and the bulk of people don't even engage at all, right? It's in the background. So you don't have the full side of the story. And that is the nature of the beast, especially in these cult communities, DeFi.
A bit of ETH. Maybe you've gone out a bit the risk curve like I have, and Sui, which is one of the newer chains that's gaining massive adoption. Or maybe you're playing around a bit in memes. But remember, to not fuck this up, my don't fuck this up thesis is don't use leverage. Don't FOMO into stuff. Have 90% of your assets in the core top 3 coins. And then with the 10%, you can speculate more, whether you want to have a meme or whether you want to look at some smaller projects. So that's how I like to think about it. That way, you generally won't fuck it up. It's by overtrading, trying to trade breakouts, using leverage. Don't use leverage, please. Because what happens is you get it wrong and you lose your coins. We have one job here. One job in a secular megatrend like this is not to lose control of your coins. That means don't fuck around too much in DeFi. Don't give your coins to anybody. Just do nothing. Use that 10% if you want to feed your inner DJ, or you want to learn new things and how things work, but don't do it with your full stack. Anyway, I hope this helped.
1000% mic drop. Don't do it with your full stack. That's the shit I did last time getting into drip, is because I looked at it as this way, and a lot of people have this thesis. It's like, okay, I'm not going to invest in Bitcoin, or as he said, top 3. It's like, I want to instead get the 1000x so that I have more money to put into Bitcoin, put into ETH, put into whatever you're looking at. And that's not the way it works. It does not work that way at all. And I still see people in this cycle doing the same dumb shit, but hey, you got to learn the hard way sometimes. If I would have just dollar cost averaged into Bitcoin all last cycle, I would be up, I think I did the math, like 600% compared to being out I lost 50K with Tom Bilyeu's bullshit, and he's a forward-facing, transparent individual. I told you guys this before. 50K on impact theory and what he was designing, and that shit hit the fan. And then right at another 40 and some change with the animal farm and drip. So if I would have listened to Raoul, so we'll just round that up and say that was 100K from last cycle. I would have only put 10K into NFTs and animal farm ecosystem and all that. I would have lost that 10K, and that 90K I would have been able to put into Bitcoin. Even if I would have bought Bitcoin at the top, at the tippy top with 90K at 67K from last cycle, I'd still be up a good 15% now. So that just goes to show you that, like, it's just math, you know, focus on the blue chips and don't fuck this up. Like, it's not hard to do, but we have this gambling mentality that's inner-degen, as he mentioned, that we think we're going to be able to gamble our way to wealth. And that's not the way it works. But again, most of you watching this will go with one ear and out the other. And maybe next cycle, you'll learn your lesson. Or maybe a few of you will be the small amount that get rich. And just to drive that point home, this showed up earlier, saw it in the chat. And this is a perfect example. So you got the scammer, snake oil salesman, Bartertown, and he's referencing this person who got a 70x squad. That's the key right there, right? The squad helped me get 70x today from referral gain. Referrals. That's where all the money's being made. You're getting shilled some bullshit. And then these content creators and influencers are out there showing you, like, hey, look how much I made. You're not fully understanding that they made all that money because you were their exit liquidity. You pumped their bags. They got 5, 10, 15, 20% off of referral. At least it's transparent and putting it out there. It's like, yeah, you can get all these gains, and it's going to be off the back of your community because you have no integrity and can care less what happens to the bulk of those people. I showed you guys that previous cycle where, yeah, literally influencers just making content and they're not accountable because the bulk of people watching your content are not watching every single video. They're not understanding your entire thesis or narrative. They see even a sponsored post or one video or whatever, and it looks like you might be credible. So they go and dive into some bullshit that you promoted. So there's just zero accountability in this space. And it's sad, but just the way it is. And unfortunately, it's going to still continue to be worse before it gets better. But at least if you're watching me, you'll see that my main thesis is following Raoul's. I decided to go with some people that are much smarter than me. And it has turned out to be the best advice I could have had for myself, especially where we're at in the cycle now. All right, that's all I got. Smash that HBO special, help a brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below. Until next time, live daily. Yeah.
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.